Hey guys, you're watching Canada's Talent. We're at the Toronto Metro Convention Center. We're gonna interview Tim Deegan, former Much Music VJ in there.
When we're done, we're gonna go upstairs back to the trade fair because you know we have some really funny surprises.
Got some surprises planned for him. Some fun stuff.
You know, it's gonna be fun. Recently, you left Much Music, but what have you been up to since then, and you know, what kind of things are you looking to do?
I've got some stuff I'm working on. I can't really talk about a whole lot right now, but I've been working on it for the past like year and a half. So it's kind of nice to be finally able to work more on that, because before I was kind of on the side of Much Music, and now I can actually put more time to it. But also, it's just been nice to like relax a little bit and do some of the things that I've always wanted to do.
It's a high-paced job, eh?
Yeah, exactly. So I've been seeing a lot of friends, seeing a lot of family. I've been working on an electric car that I'm building, and
cool.
Yeah, and then also obviously just working and on my new projects. So
during your time at Much Music, what was a typical day like for you?
A typical day at Much Music, it's a lot of preparation. When you're not on TV, you're making TV or preparing for TV.
Yeah.
So you show up at 9:30, you kind of check your emails, see what's going on, but you also have to check your schedule, see what's up for the day. You have to do some voiceovers, maybe like shoot some promos and do video flow, which would be live. And then you have more prepping to do for either going out and doing shoots, like doing stories or interviews, or MOD for the live show.
You guys wanted us to challenge Tim to a game of Chubby Bunny, but we decided to do something different. So Tim, have you ever had your nails painted before?
When I was a kid, my sister painted my nails.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Time to relive those childhood memories.
Great. Let's go with either blue or silver.
You could have a different color on each finger.
Oh wow. I'll hold my hand still.
Julia, help you here.
I don't know what to do. Okay. There's no roof there.
Yeah, you can do that on here. Can't believe you guys convinced me to paint my nails.
Well, it can't be as bad as getting your chest waxed.
Oh no, this is way better than getting my chest waxed.
Okay, I'm kind of doing a better job here.
That's okay.
Now after
You're probably going to get rid of it anyways. Wait,
So now what?
Now you just
Shake it? It's so weird to see color on my nails.
when you start the nails, by the time you get the 10th nail, the first one is dry.
Really?
And you can put a second coat on if you wanted to deepen up the color.
So that one's probably pretty close to being dry. Because she did this hand, she did that.
Okay, so this hand should, if she did this hand first, it should be dry. So if you want the second coat, then you need fingers because you don't like the color.
Thanks a lot.
no problem for a kid.
Can't wait to see what you guys have in store for me.
What are your favorite and least favorite parts about being a VJ?
One of my favorite parts was just meeting everybody that watched, like meeting everybody that came down and would wave, knock on the window, ask for a picture, just like the people that helped me get my job. They voted for me to get the job. They watch, so therefore they were providing a job. You know what I mean? But also the trips. The trips were unbelievable.
When you were in high school, here you were in a band.
Yeah.
So you were into music already back then.
Yeah, I was a drummer. I was in a couple bands, and we thought we were gonna be rock stars, and it wasn't. They didn't really go that far. I mean, sometimes some of the bands I was in had some potential, and some of the bands we cared more about hanging out and eating pizza than actually practicing. So the one that actually was an okay band was Approaching Grace. It was a band that I was in high school. We had a lot of gigs. We played a lot of shows. It was good. We were like a tight threesome. And then, it broke up at end of high school.
We heard you trained to be like a firefighter. From that, what made you want to audition to be a TV host?
Well, okay, it starts with like being in a band in high school, because really, everybody has always dreamed about being a rock star or being on TV, being in a movie or something, right? So I always had that dream, but never really expected it to work out. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a firefighter. I went to school for firefighting and I graduated. And then I went back to school for woodworking, just for something to do while I was waiting for a firefighting job. And then when the VJ search happened, I was like, I could do that. And so I thought, yeah, I'll show up to the mall. And so I went to the mall and I was getting an audition, and I saw people up there like juggling and dancing and singing, and I was like, no way am I getting on that stage. And then they convinced me to get up there, and yeah, the rest is history.
Did your family like support that? Like your friends tell you to go for it, or?
My friends were totally cool with it, and my parents, like, well, I had to leave college, like I had to leave woodworking to do the VJ search and do much music and stuff, and so my mom was like, I don't think that's a good idea, and so she was totally like not really sure about it, but as soon as I got onto, you know, the VJ search, she was like my biggest fan. She's just scared of like, you know, of taking that step and like, you know, like going, you know, and crossing that boundary, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She likes to be safe, and like being in school is safe, and you know, leaving school to do something else, like it's not always a good idea, so I was lucky that it worked out.
Having a competition here where the person who does the most chin-ups, I think it is, wins this machine.
Now I've got painted nails. I don't know if I'm, you know.
So you're the guy they were saying is going to come down and actually rip off like 20. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Everybody's talking about this. They're saying this is the guy who's going to rip them off.
How many do I have to do?
As many as you can. You got it. Inside grip's easier. So if you're inside. Okay. So I got 5.
Okay.
We're going for 6.
I can do 6.
Can you do 6? Can you do 6?
I can
The
do
record
6.
is so far 19. Did you do it?
Yeah.
What is the record, so I know what I can push?
The record's actually 18.
So if you do 19, you can take that baby home.
And then practice some
But
more.
I thought I go on the ballot.
Well, you still can,
Stick
but
at the ballot, but what's the fun of the ballot?
All
You want
right.
to be a real winner, right?
Ready?
Okay.
Ready? I think the nail polish is gonna help.
Yeah, me too. Only a real man does this with nail polish on.
Now I fix my pants, make sure.
Two, 3, 4, 5, breathe, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
He's got this. He's got
15,
Come on.
16, 17,
One more to tie.
18, 19.
Hey-oh.
All right.
I think I might have smudged my nail polish.
That's fine.
Awesome.
Good job, man.
Thanks, dude. Thanks.
What are some of the things you feel like you've learned during your time at Much Music? Like different skills that you.
Oh, well, I learned how to be a host, because let's face it, I had no training before, and I didn't know how to do anything related to TV before. I would speak a mile a minute, and I would just race through it and try and get off TV as fast as possible because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
But then I just, you know, I learned how to be yourself, and I learned how to interview. You know, interviewing was a tough thing to learn too. And now, like, I know how a lot of things work. I know how, like, a lot of producing works. I think I really understand, you know, an audience.
In the future, would you continue being in the entertainment? Or?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, you know, what I'm working on right now is television related, but it's not like a hosting position. But I would be totally open to it. I mean, you know, if anybody said, "Would you like to host this show?" I'd be totally open to it. So, you know.
Yeah. So, what are some of your goals for the future then?
My goals for the future.
Yeah.
If I think about like the best show on television, if I think about like the dream job, I'm sure you guys have seen it. I'm sure everyone's seen it. The Extreme Makeover Home Edition, right?
Yeah.
With Ty Pennington and all stuff. Like that is really, when you think about it, that is the best show on TV. It is sad. It is happy. It's rewarding. It's fulfilling. You're cheering for the family. Like you want the hell. You know what I mean? It's like a giant good deed that everybody can be involved in. It's it is so cool. And I think that'd be a very awesome, rewarding job to be a part of. But all right, so I want to see if you can hit it off the wall, and I'll hit it back. The first one to miss it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna lose.
Sure.
7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Redo. Okay. Want another?
Yeah, 2 balls.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Leave it.
Yeah. I think I win.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed.
Would you like to share a memory, one of your best memories at Much Music?
Oh, that's tough. My My trip to Thailand was pretty good, just because it was an amazing experience. It was a beautiful place. This is so hard to narrow
when you
it down.
travel, do you get to bring a friend or something, or is it just like?
No,
No?
I just go myself.
Oh,
It's just me, usually a producer, a cameraman, and then like whoever is maybe a contest winner. For example, when we went down to Orlando, I went down there and that was a lot of fun. I got to wrestle alligators, so that'd be a top moment too. So I got to wrestle alligators. I got to go on like an alligator like searching out where alligators are in like the glades and one of those big fan boats. Yeah, I got to. Oh man, I got to do a lot of stuff. I mean the MMVAs every year. That was always fun because it's just like the biggest production and the biggest like crowd and the most energy you'd ever experience, and that was a lot of fun. Second or third year would be one of my favorites because like not to say that I didn't enjoy the other years, but it was just like I think that year just like really clicked. It was really awesome.
Okay, so as a TV host, you get to do all these crazy things and stuff, and people were telling us to challenge you to a game of Chubby Bunny, but instead we decided to do something else. So could we?
You want to come with us?
Yeah, sure. Okay, for sure.
Alright, what do you got? Your whole entourage with you or what?
Well, no, these girls are from Canada's Talent.
Okay.
They're interviewing me today for their website and magazine. And
oh, nice. Awesome.
Not often you see that, do you? See, that keeps on surprising me. That's part of the thing. There's a Fit for Life, Buy Good Life, but they don't let me work out there.
Okay.